going to dive into shadow work after the awakening process specifically, and what feels like ruts that are actually your royal road to realizations. Okay? So when we're talking about shadow work, we're talking about all the repressed material, all the repressed emotions, often the repressed patterns, fixations, habits, sometimes trauma responses or stress responses. Got the 4 Fs there: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. We're looking at all the stuff that at one moment was alive for you in your immediate experience, and for whatever reason needed to be masked, pushed away, and repressed on any level. And it's important for me to convey that when we're doing shadow work, really it's like shadow work is doing you. When shadow work is doing you, because really it will feel all-consuming, we don't want to get caught in now making that the new identification. Okay, what do I mean by that? Over-identifying with the shadow material then, the shadowy, murky, I can't quite make this out, right? Unconscious, repressed stuff that starts to come up, it can take you in a whole new spiral of I'm the bad one, I'm the traumatized one, I'm the victim, or I'm the reactive one, I'm the one who always gets angry, I'm the one who projects my stuff onto other people. But it just becomes fodder for a new identity. That is not what we're looking for. We are deconstructing the identity. The identity, it's falling apart after awakening. There's no stopping it, okay? It's happening. Will you fully liberate from all sense of separation identity in this lifetime? I can't say. Who's to say? Will all 10 fetters fall? Will you reach the deepest of deep stage realization? Maybe, I hope. Let's do it together. Let's say yes. But what we're looking at is an identity that's dissolving. And so repressed material coming up, this is a good thing. And it doesn't always feel good or what we characterize as good. But throughout this awakening process, I want to invite you to try on a new sense of what's good. Okay? Good doesn't equate to comfortable. Good equates to dynamic transformation. Okay? And what's uncomfortable and challenging and perhaps creates tears and angst and fear, it's an invitation for an unraveling, and you want the unraveling. Trust me. So we're not identifying with any of it, okay? We aren't all light. We aren't all dark. If we want to bring in Carl Jung, I'm thinking of my dear therapist, which she's always reminding me, it's a beautiful mess. We're integrating, okay? We're integrating the light and the dark, okay? So we're not over-identifying with any of it. And that is what, my friends, we can forget sometimes in shadow work, when it gets real twisty and turny and humiliating. I've said before, it can be excruciating, this humiliation, to really look at your pattern, how you are sowing the seeds of your own suffering. Isn't it a relief? I mean, the body just took a giant breath. It is a relief to not adopt yet another identity structure, yet another thing we call me and mine. We're not doing it anymore, but we're not turning away from sensation that comes up, or insight that says, oh my God, you've actually been doing that. You're blaming it on everyone else, but you're doing it. We're not going to be afraid of what that brings up in the felt sense. We're going to go deeper into that. We're going to look the last place you want to look. We're going to not turn away. And even if you do it an iota, maybe 9 times out of 10 you turn away and you go back into a story of being a victim, or how it's the other person, or if only they would change, then I finally could. But in that 10th time you do actually turn and look, bravo, bravo, wonderful. If I knew you, I would throw you a party. Let's look and be with what is. You can be with whatever comes up. And you're not alone. You are not alone, first of all, in the absolute reality sense, because you're never alone. You are all that is, literally never alone. But second of all, in the relative reality sense, where sometimes we can feel alone or have lonely moments, you're not alone, because I'm here and I'm doing all of this work of the undoing of what seems to be me. So you're not alone. And I am just one of millions of incredible beings doing this work. So we're all here together. From ruts to realization after awakening, what do I mean by that? If you, to the degree that you are willing to turn towards this shadow work, that is the degree of realization that will flower and firework you. Whatever the sense of you is, it will be flowering and fireworks of realization. And it will replace that small little stifled sense of me that you felt like had to be layered over every interface you had on life. And who don't want flowers and fireworks? Hello. That's what we're here for. Okay? Realization. And it's here for you. Awakening is only the beginning. I never would have understood what that meant until experience. So don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone's word for it. Take awakening itself, the experience of it. And if you haven't tasted the sweet shadow work yet, you will. That's not a threat. It's a we're all here, and no one can escape. No one can escape the halls of what they are not. No one can escape the halls of disassociation and repression. You got to go back through it. But as they say in A Course in Miracles, I just read this morning. It's so beautiful. It's insightful, deep, profound. All that is veiled in shadows must be raised to understanding, to be judged again, this time with heaven's help. What does heaven mean to you? That's a charged word. It's just a word. With heaven's help meaning you are not that. Your identity is not that which just made little shadowy moves and then shoved it down not to look at it. But we do need to go back and look at all that unconscious stuff. Because in the end, we will be only conscious. No more unconscious. No more subconscious. Only consciousness without one little tiny identity labeling it. We are all that is. So much love, so much sweet hugs and kisses and comfort I am sending out to whoever is listening to this, because we are one. Aloha.